Okay, I think it's working now. I realized that I didn't click go live, so I was just kind of talking to myself. But whatever. So we have a pot of water here that we're going to turn on. Put the lid on. And I was rushing a little bit. I thought I'd have it chopped up already, but I don't. So you guys are going to get to see me chop up this chicken. So I have a chicken that we killed. And hopefully I could just use a small knife, but we'll see. So how's it going? How's your Sunday? So truthfully, Tao and I don't eat chicken head. I have carpal tunnel, so it's not like super easy to chop stuff. Tao and I don't eat chicken head, so I just chop this off and toss it. This one feels like it's gonna be kind of tough, which is kind of a bummer. And I'm just gonna chop off the wings. Hi! What are you meal prepping? And how many meals? Let's see. Ooh! Got blood everywhere. So my mom actually, she gutted this one, and she didn't cut the cavity, the breast. This is not my favorite thing to do. This one's definitely going to be tough, which is a bummer. I am making boiled chicken with tofu and tofu and sour bamboo. And my mom janged this chicken, but she didn't cut the breast open. And I'm not a real nyako, so I need to use scissors. And you know, I don't like it. I don't love it when they don't cut the breast open because the lungs are still in here. And then I feel like it's still very bloody. So I'm going to just rip out the lungs. I just took this out of the freezer. I'm going to rip out the lungs and then I'm going to rinse it. Because if you don't, I feel like when they just cut from the bottom up and not open the breast cavity, there's still like a lot of blood inside, and then it just adds to the impurities in the water when you boil it. So just rinsing it. So I think this one's gonna be kind of tough. Wow, so you really know how to have a good time in the kitchen. So this is a bummer. This chicken's kind of tough. So it's not gonna be a lot of fun to cut. Maybe I'll just cook half of it. But I was hoping I could do this off camera, but I was running late. So I guess I'm doing this on camera. This non-yakopa here, okay? Speak Korean and just cut the breast off with scissors. So you don't have to see me struggle with a knife. I love using my kitchen shears. And then this backbone, I'm going to cut this in half. And then just gonna cut the wings. The one boner from the two boner. And personally, I like eating the one bone side. I don't like eating the two bone side. I'll eat it if it's there. But I'm a one boner person. One boner for the wings. What about you guys? Are you one boners or two boners? I like the drums. Yeah, I don't mind cutting whole chicken, I guess. It's not always the most fun thing to do. It depends though, because like I said, I'm not a loa, so it's not always fun when they're older. So for the thighs, I like to cut them into 3 pieces. So 1 piece with no meat, and then I like to cut the bone in half. And real swift motion. So it's a clean cut, so the bone doesn't break. If the bone breaks, then you get like little shards when you bite into it. But I do always try to get the real niches to do this. I only do it if I have to. Because kuchiya niche na. I leave this to the niches. See, I didn't do it hard enough, so this one will crack. I guess. I don't love cutting the breast, so maybe I'll just leave that. And I'll just eat the dark meat too, with the wings. And I'll put the breasts for later. So what's up? How was everyone's Christmas? Did you guys do anything fun? Did you guys actually hang out with family? We didn't. Tao worked. And then I just bummed around, I think. And I have my herbs here that are frozen because it is winter and I live in the Midwest. And then I have lemongrass here. Yay! Happy birthday, Stacy! How does it feel to turn 30? I'm turning 30 soon. And I don't know if I'm ready. It's like the 20s just flew by. I had such an awesome time during my 20s. And my husband, he's always like, just wait till you turn 30. When you turn 30, it's not going to be as easy. You're going to feel old and come on gang and stuff. I'm turning 30 in 2 months. It's real close. Right around the corner. water to come to a boil. You know, this week, because I'm like super pregnant, this week is the first week where I'm like really tired. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine people that actually have rough pregnancies. It's been so easy. But people that actually have rough pregnancies, I can't imagine really feeling like this for 9 months. Because, I don't know, like if you feel like this for 9 months, why would you want to have another one? So, the water is almost coming to a boil. It's real bubbly. You probably see it steaming a little bit. So I'm going to put this chicken in there. Stacey, did you do anything fun for your birthday, or are you going to for New Year's? And actually, honestly, I really like broth. I prefer broth over actually eating the meat, I think, sometimes. So, I guess it's okay that this chicken's tough. There you go. Now I'm going to let this one boil, and then once it comes to a boil, I'll put in the herbs and the tofu. You know, Stacey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. This is my first one, and I waited a long time for a reason. And I'll probably be in labor during my birthday. Yeah, I actually just buy whatever is at the store. This one is, these are like the strips. Go focus. There. I really just get whatever's at the store. This time I got the strips. Sometimes I get the strips, sometimes I get the sheets, and then depending on how big the sheets are, sometimes I cut them up. So this one says Gusto. My mom always got the ones in a bag, and it's like a lady. And I think she's wearing pink and maybe has like a blue apron on. That's what my mom always bought, but I haven't seen any where I live because we don't live near each other. And I'm just going to take some out and I'm going to rinse these. Good daughter Chasa. Maybe like a cup. I know that some people will like boil them, but I feel like, why would I do that extra step? And then here's the tofu. This is leftover tofu. The other day I made some kimchi soup. And there was this leftover tofu. And I just cut it in my hands. And I keep it pretty big chunks so it doesn't disappear. So I'll cut it in half, and then I guess I'll cut it into maybe 8 pieces. I love tofu. Love, love, love tofu. I don't know if Tao loves tofu, but I really like tofu. And my mom always made it from scratch when I was a kid. Even like firm tofu. So, there you go. Usually I just cut it and then I'll just like toss it in while I'm cutting it. So what else is going on? Oh, so my chicken herbs, obviously, since I'm so pregnant, this season my mom and I, got a lot of these chicken herbs, and then I packed them all. She picked some of hers for me, and I had like potted chicken herbs. So then I reserved some for me, and I like to freeze them fresh with water. I know that other people like to like blanch them and then freeze them, but I think that would make them like too withery, and that would make them black and unappetizing. And then how my mom actually likes to do it, she likes to roll them up in aluminum foil dry. But I think that when you put them in water like this, they actually stay fresher, in my personal opinion. I have tried to make my own tofu once or twice, and it came out pretty bad. It like all broke, you know. And my mom always made it, and she's like really proud of her tofu because it stays like floating in that clump. But one time I did record a video for it, and it was really bad. I ran out of lemon juice. Stacy, what does your mom use to solidify it? Because my mom always used lemon juice, and then she found like some of her friends suggested to her that she should use pineapple juice because I guess that's really high in acid. But so then I tried to do it with vinegar because I ran out of lemon juice, and the vinegar didn't taste right. The lemon has like a certain taste to it that I grew up really liking. So I do need to try and make it again. I would like to make a video on it, one that's a little more foolproof. And my mom's never really taught me how to do it. It's just a lot of the cooking I do is not from my mom really teaching me. She's never taught me how to do anything. I just kind of did it myself. Yeah, let me know what she uses because it just has to be an acid, right? And then sometimes I watch videos where they use like a certain chemical like food grade chemical and to make it solid. So I had a vision that I thought all I needed to do was put the lemon juice in, let it solidify, and then put it into a strainer and let it settle like how they make like pressed tofu. But when I did that, it was like really grainy. So that video was never published. But I did make a soy milk video, which I thought turned out okay. The soy milk turned out better than I expected. I wonder if it's because it's on this burner. This burner doesn't, it's not as fast as like a regular stove. But some impurities are coming up. So I do like to skim it before I put anything in. And tofu's not a meat replacement, it's just different. I like that. And let's see. Do you guys have any questions? Because this is taking forever to boil. What are you guys doing for New Year's? Anything fun? We're not. We have no plan for New Year's. I don't think my husband is working. Since he's a nurse, he works like, the holidays. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything fun. No. I'm not ready for the postpartum diet. However, I feel like, why am I eating boiled chicken now? Because I'm going to have to eat so much of it later. I might not be good. I might be bad. I can't see me just... Well, first of all, I don't know... Hi, June. I don't know if I could even... Like, a lot of people, I feel like they're good for 2 weeks, and then they, like, start adding stuff in. but like greens and stuff to their diet, but I don't think I can even do that. I think I'll still eat it, but then I have to add like other fibers and stuff into my diet. I don't think I can be strict for 30 days. I don't know how people do it. I don't think I can. I also, like, since my husband actually eats Hmong food, um, I don't know if I have enough food for the both of us. Enough chicken stacked up. Because he'll actually eat it. And so now, I'm just going to skim some of these impurities off the top. Do you guys skim your impurities out of your soups, like pho, or when you boil, like, beef, pork? I always do. And honestly, I like eating young chicken, where, like, they're not super yellow and oily. You know, Christmas has never been a big deal in my family. So, and there's a lot of things happening in our lives right now with like having a child, buying a house, and everything. So we decided to just not do anything real big this year. I just bought him, he loves hot sauce. So I got like some hot sauces for him. I went to World Market and I bought him some hot sauces because that's something that we enjoy doing together. We like to try new hot sauces and see, like, I don't like super spicy stuff, but he does. But we both really like sweet hot sauces. So I did get like a pineapple one and a peach one that were pretty good. And we like to eat them with like tacos or fried chicken. Or sometimes if we're eating like boiled meat or something, then we'll use that. You know, I think I'm going to change up this canister. There's still a little bit left, but it is not going as fast as I want. There, that one's much more rapid. Yeah, Tao's a nurse, and I was an engineer, but I ain't about that life no more. You know, as an engineer, you don't get enough for what you do. Like, all the problems are yours, and you're the solution to all the problems at the factory. You know, you never get a break. It's always your fault. And then Tao, you know, all I can ask for is his patience. Oh, okay, Stacy, maybe I'll try. I have to do a trial with like apple juice, lemon juice, pineapple juice, and see which one really firms up the best. I wonder if apple cider has more acid than apple juice, because really you just need an acid, and maybe like the vinegar I went wrong because as you can see, lemon, pineapple, and apple juice, they're all really sweet acids versus vinegar is not a very sweet acid, and that's why I like the aftertaste wasn't the best. But I'll try it out. Maybe I also do like a combination and see what is the best. Alright, so it's been skimmed, and usually my herbs are straight out of the freezer. It will pop in. No problem. So I'll put the herbs in, and then my lemongrass, which, okay, so I suck at tying lemongrass. So for mine, I had to tie all of mine with like a twist tie, but my mom is true Nietzsche, so she did not need to do that. She just ties it with the lemongrass. What about you? Can you tie without a twist tie? Because I can't. And then I'm going to add my bamboo. And I'll wait for the tofu so it doesn't manchong. And now it's slowed down because the chicken herbs are a pack of ice. Oh, salt. I like to make sour bamboo with boiled pork too, or like sometimes my mom always made gaicho with like mustard greens and pork, but I've seen other people make it with sour bamboo, and I've made it like that a couple times with gaicho, and it was really good. Sometimes I like boiled pork with mustard greens, and sometimes I like it with the sour bamboo. I'm gonna taste this. More salt. And this is just me, but I know that Tao's gonna add more salt to this. I think he just does it in spite of me. And he'll probably even add MSG to it. And I don't add MSG to any of my food, but I always have to have it in case someone comes over and they're like, hey, I want to make pepper, where's your MSG? But don't worry, Tao always has MSG. And I don't like skip on the MSG because I think it's bad for me. I just kind of feel like salt already does the job, and I don't really need the MSG. Personally, I really like salt. Oh, I wasn't going to, but I can. Maybe I'll just do pepper and salt though, and then maybe some fish sauce. So let's see. Or do you want to see the whole shebang with cilantro and green onions too? Again, I only have the frozen stuff because I live in Ohio. I guess I could make the whole thing because it's still boiled. I'm still waiting for it to boil. So my parents always ate pepper as lochino, like with the fish sauce thing. They always just did the pepper with pounded with salt. That's how my dad ate it. I think it's because my parents are a little older, so they don't like all the extra fancy stuff. Fancy stuff being fish sauce and lime juice. Wait. The whole shebang. Okay, so I'm not going to use this then. I will just chop it. Pro tip. Pokemoniana, okay? They always yelled at me to hold it from the stem. And those ladies will keep yelling at you until you hold it from the stem. But you know what? I'm thinking like, lady, I'm the one with the contact lenses. If I can handle it, I'll be okay. You don't got contact lenses, and you're still complaining. I don't have tomatoes. Otherwise, like the whole shebang would be, you know, roasted tomatoes, all that fun stuff. My mom likes to like roast the green onions because she doesn't like the taste of fresh green onions, but I don't mind the taste of fresh green onions. Yeah, whenever I cut peppers at parties, they're always like, yeah, hold it by the stem. You're doing it wrong. So, hold it by the stem or the ladies are going to yell at you. There is a small population of Hmong people here. We all know each other. We're mostly Vus and Bangs. There's like a few Hyongs and Yangs. But there's not a lot. We all know each other, and you know, I kind of feel like, where are you from, Stacy? Because when you go to a bigger city, I feel like you're okay with just kind of being with your family, but like with us, it's always been like a call the whole village kind of thing. Like the whole village needs to be there for every funeral, every event, every wedding, every party. You have to call everyone. Okay, so I'm just going, I think that was like 5 peppers. And the other day I went to go pick the last bit of my cilantro and green onions, so I'm going to go get that. This is the very last bit of it. Oh, my cilantro looks so sad. And it's like, it's already snowed like 2 or 3 times. So it's like super sad yellow. But I'm just going to cut off the ends, the roots. And take off all the yellow pieces. Actually, I don't know if the cilantro is even going to be salvageable. The pepper will probably last Tao 1 meal. Or do you mean like the peppers in the freezer? It lasted me a while. I didn't get any red peppers this year. I have green peppers in the freezer, but no red peppers. I feel like there wasn't enough. I had a bad garden this year. My cilantro's sad, so I don't think I have any cilantro from the store. So it's like dry and sad. Here's a big stem. Maybe there'll be some life out of the stem. Yes, Tao would probably eat all the pepper. It's never enough pepper for Tao. Usually I like to do a lot more cilantro than green onions, but it looks like that's all I got. I didn't take care of it when I should have. Oh, okay, so is it Shakopee, Minnesota? Is that where Valley Fair is? I've never been to Valley Fair. I've only been in Minnesota maybe like 4 or 5 times. It's usually like, I've been there for graduation parties and funerals. I've only gone there for leisure like once. So I'm just using 2 green onions and 2 sad stems of cilantro. And then for the pepper, you know, some people, it really depends on where you walk. And you know, my one sister, Via right here, she's my sister, but I have another sister. And she's always like, I can't follow your videos because you don't post full recipes. But you know what? This is why I don't post full recipes, because most people be like, oh, you got I don't like it like that. Or some people be like, and I feel like those are the people that are watching my videos, and you're going to do what you want to do anyways. So, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Yes, June. You know, we were planning on coming this year for July 4th because it was right? And my brother-in-law really wanted to come, but with COVID and everything, it didn't happen. So maybe next year when there's July 4th and COVID isn't here. You know what, Kathy? I like the mama too. And people still be complaining. They'd be like, and I said, yeah, you know, I usually have cilantro and green onions too, but then and then I got too lazy to put them in the fridge, so that's why I was like, oh, I got fresh one, I don't need to buy. And now, yes, maybe we'll come too. I don't know, we'll see, because we are planning a trip to go to New York City next year. I don't know. We want to go in June, so I guess go to New York and then come to Minnesota. Yeah, so 2 cilantro, 2 green onions, add it into here. And so, you know, like you eat at a party, I kind of feel like they put like a lot of pepper. It's just different when you make a really big batch versus a small batch. You don't get the same kind of umami. I am due in February, but Tao and I, it's like early, mid-February. So Tao and I are competing that he thinks baby's going to come in January because his birthday's in January and my birthday's in February. But I think baby's going to come in February. Like the first week of February is my guess. So we'll see. We're still debating on if I'm right versus he's right, who's going to get what. Well, the due date is officially the 11th. So hopefully I don't last until Valentine's Day because like be shy. And then I got this lime here and some fish sauce. So this is why I don't understand why people like have such a hard time with pepper. I mean, I'm no pepper pro, especially because my parents didn't eat pepper like this when I was younger. But Google follow us in, and so this is just the way I make it. People that always have a hard time, I don't understand. And then when you cut your limes, I don't cut them into perfect wedges. I cut them off center. I rolled it a little bit, but I will bring it up to the camera to show you how I cut them. Yeah, January 31st at midnight. So for my lines, you can see here that this is like the center of rind, right? So I don't know. This is like and she's the pro pepper maker, and this is how she always cut them. So this is how I cut them, and then you cut it off center. I wish it would focus. No, maybe. Why is it not? Okay, so you cut it off center so that you can squeeze the juice out more without this rind right here. Or not the rind, the center. So we're gonna start off. I like it sour. I like my pepper sour because it kills down the heat. But my husband does not like it very sour. And I'm gonna turn this off. And depending on what it tastes like, I'll probably add some water. Because if you had too much fish sauce and you've done jailer. Or I also, actually I'll probably just add a little bit of this broth instead of water. It smells good. Husband! He's on the phone. Yeah, apparently they cut it like this because it helps you like have more juice. That's what my pro ninja that makes pepper said. So I actually don't like trying the pepper. I always make him try it. Just because he's the pro, you know. I just kind of feel like it's okay. It is good. Ooh, it's pretty spicy. You know, I've gotten into this before. You're either a diehard 3 crab person or I don't think it's a big deal. And I think there's a lot more diehard 3 crab people than not a big deal. And I personally get the squid brand because I kind of feel like it does the job. I don't really need a 3 crab. It's like 2 or 3 times the price. And I'm not like, it's not a big deal to me to use 3 crab or squid. But I know it is a big deal for people that it is a big deal for. But that's just my personal opinion. And my mom always used squid, and my ninja that I'm telling you, that's the Pepper Pro, she only likes squid too, because I think that she thinks that 3 crab is too strong. And maybe squid is better for my household, because if we use 3 crab, Tao would still use the same amount. And I'm assuming 3 crab has more sodium than squid. So garlic, yes. But garlic, I don't add garlic. This is all personal preference. When I make it like this with the fish sauce and the lime, I don't add the garlic. I only add the garlic if kwa, and it's just like garlic and pepper, salt, and like maybe lime juice. But if I do the cilantro and green onion thing, I don't put garlic in. So it just depends on like what kind of pepper I'm making. Yes, garlic, pepper, and salt, and that's all you really need. And then if you feel a little extra, you can do a squeeze of lime. Feel a little extra, you can do the dash of fish sauce, but all you really need is the garlic, pepper, and salt. And that's what I'll do if we're like in a pinch and we're eating something like fried chicken. And I'm like, we have too lazy to make pepper. Okay, well, let's just do it like this real fast. But if it's the cilantro and green onions, then I don't add garlic. I don't know why. That's just the way I cook it. So here you go. I did add, like you saw, the chicken broth into it instead of water. I think that's what I always saw my ninja do, so that's what I do. There you go. Not focusing. So, what size rice cooker do you guys have? I got this little one, and my mom bought it for me when I moved out of the house. And this tiny one was still like $100-some, I think. And it's only a 5-cup. And the other day she came over, and she was yelling. She's like, "Oh, you got your mom made I know." And I'm like, "You bought it for me? I don't know." And why do I need a real big one? If I'll probably just make mom blow. And I eat long grain rice. I did not grow up eating long grain rice. I grew up eating short grain rice. But now I eat long grain rice. Ingredients I must have, I did a food pantry tour. If you watch that, it's like 20 minutes long though. Yeah, and I kind of explained to you, I'll link it when this live is over. But, oops, gotta charge my computer. Oh, snaps. Okay, still working. Yeah, I can go over it real quick though, stuff that I really want. Well, my husband loves this. This is a super hot roasted chili oil with the pink top. This is the only kind he'll eat because it's the only kind that's spicy.
Yep.
Try the pepper.
Oh.
It
smells spicy.
I can do a quick what's in my fridge thing.
Who dares me to eat a full spoon?
Me.
Okay. All right. Yum. A full spoon of hot spice.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You cutting the out.
Okay. All right. Can I get some? It's a bit salty, but
add water to it then.
It's a bit salty. I'm not drinking water because it's hot. It's just salty.
Oh, okay. Oh, how you feeling?
Good. Just add a little water to it.
Maybe it was because I added this and there was already salt in this.
Yeah, the broth to her?
Yeah. I think that I know long jing tang jing. So
I love tough chicken.
He wants to eat. I think you're only.
Any losing katai, just bring it over.
Oh gosh. You know, I'm going to take a few bites out of this, and then we can do a quick what's in my refrigerator tour.
So is this the postpartum birth?
No, because if it was postpartum, I wouldn't be allowed to eat Hmong and tofu, apparently. Or pepper. Switch one side so I can read.
You want to share?
No, it's okay. Yeah, he took it like, I mean, it's, no, gotcha!
Not bad. There, I get it.
Where's the leg? Oh, it's
I
right
don't know,
here.
dude.
It's right here. It's too, he's not thinking straight because it was too spicy for him.
No, I have Butterfingers.
Here, we'll just do this. Gee, hello!
Well, let's see how good this chicken is.
So, Kathy, do you have a short grain house or a long grain house? When we were little, my dad only ate long grain, and my mom refused to eat long grain, so we all, as kids, ate short grain rice, and we had 2 rice cookers.
I prefer long grain. It's more sweeter.
I can't imagine a 2-cup rice cooker. That's gotta be so small. But you know, that's probably like normal for like a Japanese household. When I was an engineer, I worked for a Japanese company, and I told them that I had a 5.5 cup rice cooker, and they're like, "Whoa!"
That's why they're so thin, because they only eat 2 cups of rice.
Like the whole house will eat 2 cups of rice. What was the first meal we cooked for each other?
The first meal.
Yeah, what do you think? I remember. The first time I came to visit you, what did you make for me?
Spaghetti. I think I did. No. I think I made capon for you, right? No.
I have a picture.
Steak? I forgot what I cooked for you.
Pad Thai.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He made me a pad Thai cake. It was huge.
And the first time I came to see you,
This is not kopia. This is Joao. Yeah, so the first time I went to see him in Wisconsin, he made me pad Thai. And the first time he came to see me, okay, so we lived like 9 hours apart from each other. And the first time he came to see me, he drove through the night. He got there at 7 in the morning. And I woke up like at 5 in the morning. I made him egg rolls.
yeah, and she did pack me chicken.
Did I?
Yeah, you did pack me chicken to go home.
I don't think so.
I think you did.
I think he wishes I did.
I remember the chicken. Oh, I remember you did.
Oh, I did have some chickens because we just came back from Wisconsin. And my mom then brought like a crap load of chickens home.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
Shokaru, so she was a keeper.
5 a.m. only because Tondera, Jigaraji, Yohoshi posted the first trip.
Yep. Right after work.
Yeah, not anymore. I will not make him egg rolls at 5 in the morning.
That's still salty.
希望呗。 你能进这道片啊？
This chicken's not so bad.
Hello?
No. Still yet to Tao I.
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't know, like, we got people who love egg rolls, right? Love our egg rolls, but I kind of feel,
Because it's different from the Chinese egg rolls.
I guess. Yeah, and they're always like, oh, can you bring the egg rolls? They were so good. I'm going to bring Lay's chips. That's what it's like going to a potluck.
Well, they'll bring like a crock pot of chili.
Not chili. Buffalo dip.
Yeah, that too.
Aww. You know, the first time he came to visit, he stayed for like two days, or
A weekend.
yeah, like it was a short weekend though.
Day and a half.
Yeah, it was real short. So then, like the day he left, I woke up and made really good French toast. You know, that's the way it is at potlucks. I'll bring the easiest pre-made. I picked up these cupcakes from the bakery. And it's not even like a nice bakery. It was like the Piggly Wiggly's bakery.
Yeah, here we are making egg rolls and deep frying them. Make sure it's fresh in the morning so they're not like
Soggy.
sogging and.
Did you ever bring egg rolls to your
Yeah.
nursing potlucks?
Mm-hmm.
What, you make them?
Yeah, remember when I worked at the kidney doctor and we cooked them that morning?
Oh, I mean, like, without me.
Yeah, I did it once.
And people always ask if Tao knows how to cook. And the answer is yes, he does. I just choose to cook.
I prefer her cooking.
It's not salty.
That?
Hmm?
I think it's salty.
It's pretty peppery.
If you eliminate all the salt. Always gotta eat a spoonful of pepper.
You got people always want to just bring the chips, the mini cupcakes, so that there's more of them.
Let's see. What else did I bring to a potluck once?
But Tao used to work at like
Family doctor's office.
a May clinic,
Yeah.
and they would bring, now May people, they know how to bring the good stuff.
Oh yeah. They'll bring like the enchiladas, they bring like carnitas, whole bunch of other stuff, and then got people just bring like chips and dips.
Oh, or I love it when they're like, the one says, I'll bring the drink, and they bring like the gallon purple drink, right? And then the other one's like, oh, well, you know what? I'll bring the cups for your drink.
Never had that happen.
Whew. She fell off. Let's keep the boneless part of the thigh.
There's a lot of bone chips.
He got the thigh that I didn't cut clean. Yep. Not even like the bottle of water. They're gonna bring the whole gallon of orange drink. Because you know what? Because the person who brings the drink never remembers to bring the cups. Yes! And the person who brings the cups still forgets them. Forgets them. They're probably thinking like, oh, well, the person that brought the drink, like, they wouldn't come without the cups. You know it's true.
Does anybody have any like what is the most worst awkward potluck that they ever been to?
I hate it when potlucks, like everyone's
I know. I'll be like, you go yours.
everyone's always willing to bring dessert, and it's always the cookie tray and the cupcake tray. But nobody wants to bring like the real food. What about you?
The one time when I went to when we had a one potluck at the kidney doctor's office and I cooked that stuffed chicken wings and like the two doctors they're like they're actually African Nigerian so they like they're like different kind of cooking so they did like the deep fried chicken wings stuffed chicken wings but then the Mika people they just like they picked that and they're like oh it's good but then they didn't eat the whole thing and I cooked like at least a dozen and then you know, and all they brought was just like, veggie dip, pretzel dip.
The fruit tray.
Yeah, and then I brought like deep fried that stuffed chicken wings, and all they did was just like took one bite of it, and then that's it. I'm just like,
Oh, don't bring stuffed chicken wings like that. They can't handle that.
like,
it's way too much work.
It's like all that work, and they just took a bite out of it. But
all right. So do you want to see what's in my refrigerator? I didn't have any of this set up or prepped. So it's probably a mess. But I don't think it's that bad. It's not so bad. I just hope I don't lose connection when I move the camera. Let's see.
I mean, hold it.
Well, since on a Mac, the external is loosey-goosey. I'm a little concerned. Maybe you're gonna need a duck? Nope. Nope.
Move the Mac over here. Move the Mac.
Yeah. Move the Mac.
Yeah, I'll move out of the way.
Okay. Whew, I'm gonna get so sweaty. Can you see? Okay, you can see. Alright, so the way I have my kitchen organized, or my refrigerator organized, is I keep my butter up here on this. I guess you can't see that. And I can't move the camera. So up on that really top up here, I have like butter. And I have like black tamarind. This is how, I don't do the from concentrate. I'll take this and then I'll put it, I don't boil it either. I know that like I should, I guess, apparently. But I just put really hot water. I cut off like an inch and then I put it in a mason jar like this and then I just let it dissolve. So I always have this tamarind available. And you have the guyo, like the aura, it's like always here. And if I'm gonna make pad thai, it's always here. And I love to put everything in mason jars. It just makes my life easier. I can like reuse them. I don't have to throw away packaging. I have dried shrimp for pad thai. It's not, there it is. Yeah, so this dried shrimp and I'll like mince it up. Put a little bit in pad thai, butter. I have shrimp paste for Thai salad. And I also like to have this on hand for pho, like real quick. Which this is just okay, so this is what I like to use for pho. It's just beef fat. And it comes with like one packet of spice. And then the rest of it is just pure fat. So this is like, it beeps if it's open for too long. This is, I realize that I can either use this in a pinch or I can buy the bones and boil them down, like the bone marrow,
for a really long time, and it does the same thing as like, this is equal to boiling bone marrow for hours. My battery's gonna die. We're gonna have to do this another time. Maybe I'll come back on. Let's cancel this one, and I'll come back on and do another live.
I thought you had the thing.
No, it didn't work.